yearbook needs your help.
We learn about the person behind another elementary school name.
Gymnastics is working towards state.
Special Olympics basketball starts.
And a new segment to make you smile.
Hi, I'm Jason Lopez Martinez.
And I'm Courtney Thorstensen, and you're watching Eagle Zone.
It's another school week that starts with people digging out. But it wasn't enough to cancel or delay school this time. The snow comes over Martin Luther King Jr. holiday, so Aberdeen schools weren't in session, but grounds crews have been busy keeping campus clear when school started, and basketball games against O'Gorman are postponed.
The yearbook crew has a message for students, seniors in particular. It has deadlines coming up, and it needs your help to meet them. Eagle Zone's Will Ewalt is here to explain. Will?
That's right, the yearbook has to submit so many pages by certain deadlines, and one of those deadlines is this week. They have been planning to use senior pictures for the deadlines, but not all those pictures have come in. This yearbook crew is scrambling to get enough pages submitted by this week. A printer is expecting those pages and can't push back its deadlines.
While we are just like the creation part, when I submit the pages, then the printing part happens. So if I miss my deadline, they can't meet their deadline, and then we're backed up.
Tabitha Walks is the yearbook advisor. She asked the seniors to have their pictures last month, and she was going to use those pictures to make enough pages to meet this week's deadline.
Not only did I know the deadline was a long time ago, I knew the deadline was a long time ago. I messaged my mom and I said, hey Mom, we gotta have pictures in tomorrow. You know what she said? Okay, you know what she didn't do? She never took my pictures. So I'm not blaming it on my mom because I know it's my responsibility, but I am blaming it on her a little bit because she's my mom.
Corinne is one of those several seniors who hasn't submitted the yearbook pictures yet. The yearbook staff is scrambling to finish other pages to give seniors more time.
Okay, so what we're doing right now is my staff is contacting other teachers. So like right now we're trying to get all the clubs pages in. So we're contacting teachers, getting photos, creating pages faster than we ever have.
I'll get in it sometime. I don't know, I'm not too worried about it. They moved the deadline back a month or so, or January 19th or something, I can't remember. So I'm not too worried about it. They know me, I'm good.
As long as he meets the new deadlines, he needs to have the pictures submitted in February. The yearbook crew is out of backup plans.
So no, I can't push it at all.
The new deadline, and this is a serious one, is February 16th.
Thanks, Will. The yearbook staff is asking for senior pictures and baby pictures. If you don't submit a senior picture, your school photo will appear in the yearbook. Central students are back from a successful vocal jazz and show choir competition. Varsity Vocal Jazz earned first place. The show choir took first in the large school division, second in finals, and received the Best Vocal Award.
We've learned about the names behind Mike Miller and Simmons Elementaries. This week, we traveled to the middle of town to learn about OM Tiffany, and that's where we met some students who can tell us a lot about their school's namesake.
Has your school ever made you remember who your school was named after? Former OMT kids remember that very well.
Some of the kids already know from other grades, from previous grades, and then some of them know because of the plaque in the entryway. I was surprised that they would even notice that, but they already knew, they were like, I know because of the plaque on the wall that says a little bit about him.
Even Courtney Thorstensen went to that elementary and put her sister to the test.
Do you know who Oliver Matthew Tiffany is?
Who?
That's okay. I didn't know who he was until I started researching him. OM Tiffany was named for Oliver Matthew Tiffany, who was born in 1877 in Northfield, Minnesota. He moved to Aberdeen in 1901 to run a cleaning business with his brother. Oliver was a member of the Aberdeen School Board for 12 years, from 1929 to 1941. When learning about OMT, students are appeared entertained when they see who OMT was.
So when Dakota Prairie Museum comes in, they talk about who OM Tiffany is and kind of gives a overall history of all of the schools in Aberdeen, and that's really cool.
Oliver Matthew Tiffany, he was a member of the school board for 12 years. He was also the mayor of Aberdeen.
That's right, he went on to politics as he was Aberdeen's mayor from 1941 to 1946. During his transition from school board to mayor, OM Tiffany Elementary School was built and was named for him. His name is taught to kids even after his death in December 1949.
I just kept on saying in my head, he was a member of the school board and a mayor of Aberdeen, just a little bit though.
Staff in OMT think it's a great way to learn about the history of Aberdeen, even with the people who aren't well known in the town.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. They get interested in it, and For OM Tiffany, it's not a name you hear a lot around town. So it's a little more difficult because they don't understand what school board is, but it gives us a chance to kind of talk about what a mayor does and talk about what our school board does. So
I want to give a big shout out to OM Tiffany for giving us a warm welcome. And when they learned we were coming, I guess some students studied to learn more about their school's namesake.
So when I heard that you guys were going to talk about Oliver, Matthew, Tiffany, then I kind of wanted to be on Eagle Zone, but now I'm here. So to be on TV, we had to answer who Tiffany was named after and why.
We'll be right back after these messages created by media production students.
I think the variety of classes the district has, I think that's really nice. Like, there's a class for everyone.
So I've been to maybe like 5 or 6 different school districts, and this is like the more calmer school because like the other schools I've been to, there's like a fight every other week.
I'm from Palau. It's a small island in the Pacific next to Hawaii. Aberdeen has been very welcoming to me ever since I got here. People are so nice. Teachers are friendly compared to back home, so I really felt welcomed when I got here.
It's been another week with disrupted sports, but there have been some home games. Eagle Zone's Austin Erickson joins us with highlights. Austin?
We've had a lot of teams traveling lately for sports, but we have highlights from a home girls basketball game to show you, and that game was a thriller. The Golden Eagles hosted T-Area. We pick it up in the first quarter with the Titans up by 2, but not for long. Taryn Heddick finds Anna Melchow behind the arc, and she puts the Golden Eagles up 3-2. Moving ahead, it's Melchow again, but this time she finds Katie Withers in the paint, and the junior gets 2 to drop. Later in the game, Withers tries for 2 more and can't get it, but Taryn Hermanson is there for the rebound and puts it back for 2 and the foul. The Eagles go on to win this game in overtime, 50-46. We're less than a month away from Gymnastics state meet. Eagle Zone's Delaney Johnson talks with Aberdeen's team leader.
Gymnasts are now into the second part of their season, and the team has been working through this year with young gymnasts. Gymnasts that have been getting better each day.
It's been really good. As a team, we've really improved our team score, and so that's been good. That gives us a lot of hope for the future of the season.
Mason Shutter is the only senior on the team.
Yeah, it's kind of stressful because I always want to make sure I'm setting a good example, but then I also want to make sure I'm competing well because I am the oldest. I feel like I kind of have a responsibility to do well in competition.
The team has faced competitors from around the state and North Dakota. While they were young, the group is moving into the right direction.
I just really like being around the team, and then in meets during the competitions, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of good energy.
The team home competitions are done, but the final competitions are in Aberdeen.
Thanks, Delaney. You can find details about the state event by visiting the South Dakota High Schools Activity Association website. As gymnasts wrap up their season in February, another group of athletes will start playing its games that month. Special Olympics basketball is underway. Eagle Zone's Ethan Stockert talked with the coach. He joins us with this story. Ethan?
Special Olympics is changing.
Our state tournament is actually going to be a week later in March, and we will actually be participating in Sioux Falls. So our state tournament will be in Sioux Falls rather than Pierre like it has been in the past.
Aberdeen schools will have more teams.
We're hoping to for sure have 2 teams and possibly 3, depending on how many athletes come out, and we'll know more next week.
Other Aberdeen teams.
There will be 3 different local teams, and each local team might have a couple smaller different teams. So hopefully 3 different larger teams from Aberdeen participating. I'm really excited to get things started, especially now that COVID is no longer a factor, and I'm also excited for our athletes because most of them don't know it yet, but we will be playing our state tournament at the Pentagon in Sioux Falls, and it sounds like there may be a Skyforce game involved.
Game starts in February.
Thanks, Ethan. The Special Olympics State Basketball Games will be at the end of March. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Austin. Now it's time for the week's recap in Spanish. Jason?
La grupo de anual necesita estudiantes en su último año para entregar fotos cuando era bebé y sus últimos años. Extendió la fecha tope para obtener más fotos. OM Tiffany es una escuela en medio de Aberdeen. Lleva el nombre de un hombre que sirvió al consejo escolar. Él era el alcalde de Aberdeen. El equipo de gimnasia está compitiendo con un joven equipo este año. Solo hay una persona en su último año en el equipo y su cuarto estado está en febrero. La temporada de baloncesto de las Olimpiadas Especiales ha comenzado. Podría hacer 2 o 3 equipos en las escuelas en Aberdeen.
Thanks, Jason. We're trying something different this week to end the show. Jaden Ekman and Akub Ismail are competing in this segment to see who can guess words first. Xavier Ness holds up a sign behind them with a word on it, while someone acts out the word on the sign. Take a look.
Monkey. What? Orangutan. Gorilla.
Oh, it's in that class.
Bro, what? Yo. Bro, what is he doing? Monkey. Gorilla. Chimpanzee. What? Yo, someone get him. The baboon.
Kangaroo.
Baboon, white baboon.
Kangaroo.
Okay, neither of them got it. It's ape. On to the next one.
Like what?
Do it. Tell him kitty cat. Meow. Bark. Hey, Anna. Look at her. Leopard. Kitty cat. May. Heather. Lion. Look at her. Goat. Sheep. Frog. Bunny. Horse rider. Horse. Pony.
No, hold on. What is that, bro? This is a horse? That's not a horse, bro. Where's your ID?
Shop Elder.
Lightbird. This isn't even fair. Hold on.
Jump rope.
Kangaroo. Alright, run it back.
Mario. Yeah.
Bro, how does he know this, bro?
21 Savage.
Rapper.
Baby. Blueface.
Female.
Singer. Lil Uzi Vert.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
What? This guy copied me.
Thanks, guys. And I don't know if Jason wants me to tell you this, but the guy acting out the words was his little brother. That's all for this episode of Eagle Zone. You can always watch our stories whenever you want by scrolling down to the Eagle Zone section of the school district website.
That's aberdeen.k12.sd.us. With Eagle Zone, it's your boy, Jason Lopez Martinez.
And I'm Courtney Thorstensen. See you next week.